All right, so vaccines. You know what's weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we only really think about them when we're at the doctor, but then, bam, suddenly it's like headline news everywhere.
Yeah. Every time there's an outbreak or even just like back to school time, everyone suddenly becomes like a vaccine expert.
Totally. So we're doing this deep dive today. We're going to cut through all that noise.
Exactly. Trying to give everyone the info they need, to really get what vaccines are, how they work, why they matter.
Exactly. So you shared some interesting source material with me. What's the deal with vaccines? It's all about helping our immune systems, right?
Right. So think of your immune system like an army, constantly defending your body from, invaders, viruses, bacteria, all that.
Okay, I'm with you.
A vaccine is like basically sending your troops to boot camp. It introduces them to a weakened or inactive version of the enemy. That way they can like learn the enemy's tactics without, actually getting into a full-blown battle.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So it's like a training exercise for your immune system. Gets it ready for the real deal.
Exactly. And here's the cool part. Once your immune system has gone through basic training, it remembers the enemy, right? So in the future, if you ever run into that same virus or bacteria again, boom, your body knows what to do. It's ready to fight it off before it can even make you sick.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. Though I did notice in what you shared, there are different types of vaccines. Like it's not one size fits all.
You're absolutely right. There are, well, a bunch of ways to actually create a vaccine, each with their own, I guess, strengths and weaknesses. We've got live attenuated vaccines, which use a weakened version of the actual virus. Then you have inactivated vaccines, which the virus is completely dead, but it can still, teach your immune system some important stuff.
And then there are those, what are they called, subunit vaccines? They only use a specific part of the virus. Or...
Yeah, it's like instead of showing your immune system the whole criminal lineup, you just show them a mugshot.
Uh-huh. I like that.
And then we can't forget about the newer mRNA vaccines, like the ones they use for COVID-19. Pretty groundbreaking stuff. What they do is they deliver a bit of genetic code to your cells, kind of like instructions, telling them to produce this harmless piece of the virus protein.
So it's like sending your immune system a blueprint, shows it exactly how to defeat the enemy.
Exactly. And get this mRNA technology, it could be huge. Not just for vaccines, but for all kinds of medicine. It's got amazing potential.
That's really cool. But here's a thought. If vaccines work so well, why is everyone going to get them? Isn't mine enough to protect me?
That's where herd immunity comes in. It's kind of like next level important. See, it's not just about you, right? It's about everyone. When enough people are immune to something, it's like this barrier pops up, makes it way harder for that disease to spread.
So it's kind of like we're all connected, like I don't know, a giant web. The more of us get immunized, the stronger it gets.
Exactly. And that's super important for the folks who are, more vulnerable. Like, think about babies, people with weaker immune systems, anyone who can't actually get vaccinated for medical reasons.
Or depending on us to keep that stuff away from them. It's actually amazing when you think about how much vaccines
Yeah.
have changed things, like globally.
For sure. Smallpox is like the perfect example. It used to be this horrible disease, right? Caused so much suffering for centuries, and then boom, gone, wiped out because the whole world got vaccinated.
That's kind of mind-blowing when you actually say it out loud. Like,
Yeah.
gone. A disease that was around for, what, hundreds of years. Shows you what we can do.
Totally. When everyone's on board, it's powerful stuff. And it's not just smallpox, right? Polio used to paralyze a ton of kids every year, and now, it's almost gone too. All thanks to vaccines.
Yeah. Okay, but we got to talk about the elephant in the room here, right? All the hesitancy around vaccines.
Right, right. It's tricky. You got to be cool about it. Got to use the facts. People have real concerns, and it's on us to, address those with good information.
Exactly. So let's bust some myths. Want to hear all the time vaccines cause the disease. How's that even a thing people say?
It's a really common one, and it's usually because folks don't quite get how vaccines actually work. We're talking weakened versions of a virus, dead ones even, or even just like fragments. They literally can't make you sick.
Right. It's like you show them the mugshot, not actually throwing them in a cell with like a hardened criminal.
Yeah.
Right. Your immune system learns without the actual danger.
Precisely. Then there's the whole vaccines overwhelm your immune system thing. People freak out thinking it's just too much for their body.
I've heard that one. But don't our bodies deal with stuff all the time? Germs are everywhere.
Constantly. Think about it. Every day you're running into tons of bacteria, viruses just floating around. Vaccines, that's nothing compared to all that. Your system is built tough.
Good to know. Okay, so that's those two myths busted. But there's that other big one, people saying it's better to get sick naturally.
Ah, the natural immunity debate. Look, getting sick can give you some immunity, yeah, but here it's risky, like really
So
risky.
you're saying it's a gamble and not one you really want to take if you don't have to.
Exactly. I mean, why risk a disease that could really mess you up when you can get immunity the safe way? With vaccines, the good outweighs the bad, like every time.
It's about, like, making smart choices, you know,
Mm.
using real information and seeing the bigger picture.
It really is about, smart choices. And sometimes those choices are bigger than us.
That's true. It's like, it's not just me, right? It's everyone around me, too.
Exactly. And it's not even just like right now, it's about the future. Like, think about it. We keep making these amazing new vaccines. We could wipe out even more diseases, like poof, gone. Just like smallpox.
Wow. Imagine, like, our kids, our grandkids, never even having to worry about this stuff. That's pretty amazing.
Right. It's all about the choices we make now. Getting the facts straight. Working together. That's how we make a difference.
This deep dive has been honestly really eye-opening. I thought I knew a thing or two about vaccines, but this conversation, totally different perspective. We covered so much, the science behind it all, how herd immunity works, even busted some myths along the way.
Yeah, and if there's one thing I want you to walk away with, it's this. Don't just, believe everything you hear. Do your research. Ask questions. Find sources you can
So
trust.
true. I mean, we're talking about your health, right? Everyone's health. It's worth taking the time.
Couldn't have said it better myself. The more we all know about vaccines, the better choices we can make for ourselves, our families, everyone.
Totally. Well, that was incredible. Huge thanks
Hmm.
to you. I mean, your insights have been amazing. It's been an awesome deep dive into the world of vaccines.